This was the first and only time I think I have ever been in the presence of something demonic, and I don't know why. Back then, me, my boyfriend and my dog lived in a maisonette, in a small, old building around 10 minutes away from the center of London by train. The house seemed good at first, so we went into a contract with the landlady, who was also the owner. But a while into our tenancy, things started getting a little strange. We would get weird emails from her accusing us of things we hadn't done and accusing us of breaking things that were broken to begin with. Around the same time, we started hearing noises going on around the house. The dog reacted to them a lot. He would always launch himself at the garden door, trying to get out to get to whatever it was. A lot of times we would actually see foxes outside, so we started blaming them for everything that would happen, even when it really didn't make any sense. It didn't take us long to start wanting to get out of there, with the crazy lady behaving like she was out to get us, or probably to get our deposit, and the house starting to show all the problems it had. We started seeing black spots of mold growing everywhere, feeling drafts and cold inside the house without ever being able to find the source, and hearing tapping and creaking everywhere. This was constant. With all this, when the tenancy agreement was coming to an end, we decided to move. We were a month away from leaving when this happened. Right now, me and my boyfriend work together in our TaskRabbit company, but back then I was a nanny and he delivered meat for a company that's gone bankrupt since then. This meant that every workday he had to wake up at around 4 AM, walk the dog, and leave for work. And I would stay in bed until around 6:30 to get ready to leave to get the kids to school. The night leading to this was particularly active with foxes, we thought. We could hear noises in the garden, noises from what sounded like it was under the house, noises everywhere. The dog didn't bat an eye, going back and forth in the house, barking at every wall, floor plank, and at the door. So when 4 AM came and my boyfriend's alarm rang, we were both exhausted. He got up, took his shower, and put the dog on the leash. I heard him leave and clearly heard the door lock before I drifted back to sleep. Some minutes later, I woke up again. I could hear what sounded like little knocks and whispers around the bedroom, but I was so tired that I thought it was just my brain going crazy and didn't even move to check. Suddenly, the hair in the back of my neck rose. I could feel a chill going down my spine just before I heard it. My boyfriend's voice, from behind me, whispering that he was there with me right into my ear. I could feel the air coming from this whisper tickling the top and inside of my ear. The shock hit me, my blood froze, and I completely lost the sense of what to do. I lay there, completely paralyzed by terror, while this quick and quiet whisper repeated over and over and over again with this voice that he was right there with me. I could feel the air muffling and becoming harder to take in. Then, the air lightened up, like whatever it was moved slightly away from me, and I started hearing footsteps walking around my bed to the other side, towards the door. I couldn't move. I wouldn't have dared to. I could feel the floor vibrating with each step because of how heavy the steps were and felt almost shaking my insides. I thought maybe this was done and going away. I wished it was, but then the footsteps stopped. At my feet. I could hear the whispers of a chuckle, like a snake hissing as this thing started pulling at my bed covers. I wanted to scream, but my voice felt trapped inside my throat like I was choking in it, and all I could do was start crying. My covers were let go, and more footsteps made the bedroom shake until this shadow, this heavy void, slid into the area of the room I could see, which led to the door. Slowly, still with the sound of heavy steps, it floated all the way to the door. Then it stopped in place, stood there for the longest minute I ever lived through, while I felt tears rolling down my face and wetting the pillow, and slowly made its way down the corridor to the living room until it seemed to dissipate. I couldn't move for a while, even after it seemed to be gone. My adrenaline was still kicking and keeping me in place. When I finally managed to control it, all I thought of doing was jump out of bed, sprint to the house door, and run out into the street to wait for my boyfriend outside. I forgot my phone, so all I did was sit on the sidewalk away from the house, where I would be able to see him come back, and wept without control. This was the first, the last, and the only time I feel like I ever came across something demonic, and I just hope it never happens again. As for the house, we stayed the rest of the month. We would still hear the weird noises, and both me and my boyfriend didn't get another good night's sleep in that house. We would leave the house together and come back in together, and that lasted for about 2 weeks until my best friend came from our country and moved in with us. We decided not to tell him what happened for the rest of the time we were there, so he wouldn't freak out, but even he mentioned once or twice that the house was making him feel uneasy. After 2 more weeks we left, and I never went anywhere near that house ever again.